presented by Freestyle Libre. The regular gang has shuffled in. We are 25 minutes commercial-free off the top after what might have been the best Sunday in the NFL this season. Take me to Big D. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles on into Dallas for what was the comeback of the year, maybe the game of the year. Hurts and company, first quarter, their offense has been struggling, but in this one, Dan, they start fast.
Yeah, watch Hurts' eyes. Going to peek to the right, top of the screen, hold the safety, find A.J. Brown on a little bit of a skinny post. A great start for their pass game.
A.J. had 8 catches, 110 yards. So it's 7-0 Eagles. Now it's 14-0 Eagles. And the Cowboys, Cavante Turpin, what are we doing?
You're trying to get one of your playmakers touches in easy ways. He's going to trip, and then as he trips, watch his left hand hit Guyton, their left tackle's knee. Ball pops out. It's the ideal start for the Eagles.
Eagles take over now. We're going the other way. This is on a 3rd and 12. Rex, they have 2 disgruntled wideouts. Here's the second one, Devontae Smith.
Yeah, how about him, man? I mean, spectacular receiver. It's what happened? Why did we take our foot off the gas?
6 catches, 89 yards, leads to this. D-Wood, we know where we're going.
Oh, yeah, we're going with the tush push, baby. It's money every time you run it.
21-0 Eagles. Figure ball game, right? Wrong. Dan, how about Pickens?
Pickens, one-on-one, Adoree Jackson, just advantage Dallas. I love that they cut a split down, give him space to win on the out.
Cowboys down 21-7 at the half. Same score, 3rd quarter, 3rd and 5. C.D. Lamb had a rough day, but Dan, what a play he makes here.
This is outstanding. Matched up one-on-one versus Cooper DeJean. The physicality to fight, tracks the football. This is a big-time catch for a guy that struggled finding the football and catching yesterday, needed on 3rd down.
Flag was on the defense. Later in the drive, 1st and goal from the 4. How about Brevin Ford stumbling in the back of the end zone?
It's a really nice job of continuing to match Dak Prescott, and as he chases the sideline, touch throw over the top.
4th quarter, and you know what? Hey, Schefter, you know what? The star is being born. His name is George Pickens.
His contract is up after this year. Ideal time. Has the same agent, by the way, as Micah Parsons.
Look at him going up. Yeah, they did okay for himself. Look at George Pickens going up. Now we're in the red zone, and Dak Prescott, look at him go. The shades, Dan, of the younger Dak Prescott, and up in the air he goes for the touchdown.
No hesitation, but shout out Ferguson, 87, the tight end. He continues to block, and then Dak just willed his way into the end zone.
We're tied at 21 later in the quarter, same score. Saquon Barkley, almost called him Charles Barkley, had only 22 yards rushing. And then he loses his first fumble of the year.
Yeah, but it's a kind of a telltale of the story. That punch by Sam Williams yesterday and Overshown flying to the football. I'll give this Dallas credit. Defensively, speed showed up.
But their offense did nothing with it, so we got a 3 and out. Now, first off, Rex, what is Xavier Gibson doing fielding this?
Ridiculous. Are you kidding? We saw this with the Jets. Guess what? Oh, he fumbled there, too. God, how stupid was that?
So we're sorry. It was bad, then the fumble is bad, and let's all just give credit to Elijah Clark. Look at number 38, the gunner on the team, knocked down twice, stays with the play, keeps the hustle going, and then he's the one who makes the hit that jars the ball loose. So Cowboys
show that to your kids.
Great field position, but it ends up in this 4th and goal. Dan, did you like them going for it?
Absolutely. I love the play call. Your offense is rolling. It's been dominating in the second half. You got to think that Philly with Jalen Hurts is going to go down and at least get themselves into field goal range to tie the game. I like the call.
Instead, the Cowboys come away with nothing, so we're still tied. 2 minutes left.
This play call stinks.
3rd and 2.
Yeah, they're standing still. They make it easy to double both A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They just line up against man coverage. It's a bad play call.
We're going to talk about that play call in a minute. It was the Cowboys' only sack of the game, so the Eagles have to punt. Now 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys.
Yeah, this play call is great. They motion down into bunch. They get into stacks. They run away versus man coverage. Give the quarterback multiple people to throw the football to. Great throw to Ferg.
So from there, it's a very long field goal. From here, it's not. George Pickens, 9 catches, 146 yards. Cowboys, 3 seconds left. Here's Brandon Aubrey to put the finishing touches on the miracle comeback. Can you believe it? The Cowboys down 21-0, come all the way back to win 24-21. Jerry Jones among those in celebration. It looked like they were getting run off the field. Instead, they tie the largest comeback win in the history of their franchise. They win their first game this year against a team with a winning record. They have back-to-back wins for the first time all year. And after the game, the vibes were high.
Can you win the game in the first quarter? No. Can you win the game in the second quarter? No. Did we spot them 21 points? Yeah. Yeah. But what about, hey, can you win the game in the third quarter? No. What about that? we've talked about everything. You guys have done it. You stack these days, you stack these wins, you learn because they build championship habits. I am so proud of the men in this room. I'm so proud of you guys.
And so, again, we've got a lot of time this morning. Let's do both sides of this game, starting with the Dallas side of it. D. Wood, what's the first thing you said to me this morning?
You can't overstate the magnitude of this win if you're the Dallas Cowboys. A game like this, it's like adding rocket fuel to your team. Because think about it. When have we seen the Dallas Cowboys with that much adversity early on in the game claw their way back and ultimately win a game of that magnitude for that organization? It just hasn't happened in recent memory. And so if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you're sitting back moving forward in the season. If we can do this against the defending world champions at home against the Philadelphia Eagles, damn it, we can do it against anyone. Dak Prescott played phenomenal. George Pickens, oh my God. That's the number one receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. And that defense, to be able to claw your way back from a 21-point deficit, it's not just one person. It's literally both sides of the ball that contributes in order to come back and make that win for the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, it's funny, D. Wood, you nailed it because, look, we think of this team as front runners.
Yes.
Quite honestly,
right.
Front runners.
Yeah.
They never come back. Once it's going well for them, boy, all the stars and all that, they kick butt.
Right.
But as soon as they're faced that adversity, they're down, in this case, 3 scores. No chance. They're not coming back. That's game, set, match. Oh, yeah? Not this team. And that's where Brian Schottenheimer, the difference between Brian Schottenheimer and some of the others, I think, is that. And so that's what it showed me. And look, this is a Super Bowl caliber offense.
Yes.
100% Super Bowl caliber offense. And by the way, CeeDee Lamb's playing like garbage. And they're still that. So wait till he starts playing the way he's capable of playing. And this thing, who the hell wants to play him? Now, defensively, I still think they got major issues. We're going to see down the road. But this is a football team right here, and that is a statement win without question.
Philadelphia had the Cowboys dead to rights yesterday, and they had them dead to rights for the season. They let them off the hook because the Cowboys staged what is tied for the greatest comeback in their franchise history.
Right.
So they win the game, and not only did they win the game, but they get back into playoff contention. If they lose that, they're not going to the playoffs. No. Now you look at them and you say, maybe they can make it. There's hope there in Dallas.
You will see them the next 2 Thursdays. We'll see them Thanksgiving afternoon, as always, against the Chiefs, who we'll get to in a couple of minutes, and then the following Thursday against Detroit. Dan, specifically, if you're putting your finger on something, give me a tape. What is it the Cowboys did that won them this miracle game yesterday?
Oh, their defensive line punked Philly's offensive line. Punked them. I mean, that's the story of the first half to the second half. Jalen Hurts had no chance. They go under center. We've been begging for this. Watch Quinnen Williams versus the center. Hey, it's 2nd and 7. Let's try to get a play action pass. This play's dead. It's dead. The play is over because of the one-on-one win on 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 becomes 3rd and 7. Let's watch our right tackle. This is 3rd down. Look at the Cowboys. We just want one-on-one pass rushers. No Lane Johnson. Quarterback's supposed to complete this ball. That right tackle is in his lap right now versus pressure, tight coverage. You're not going to complete that football. Let's go to left tackle. Mailata, one of the best in football. Watch this one-on-one pass rush. 3rd down, we got to hold up. We got to help with protect. Done. Play's over. They're in Jalen Hurts' lap once again. No one's open. That's the difference of the football game. And Rex saying this defense still has concerns. I got to give this Dallas defense credit. This defensive line dominated. Let me talk about Saquon's runs yesterday, okay? Because we're going to get to Philly, but this is more Dallas. Saquon's runs yesterday, 2 yard, -1 yard, 2 yard, 7 yards, 2 yards, 1 yard, 1 yard, 1 yard, 1 yard, 2 yards.
So, that's obviously outstanding work on the defense.
Suffocating defensive runs.
What do you see from
Bigsby's runs up?
After the,
I'm just saying, I don't know what they are, but to me, I would sit back and I'm telling you, there's a different juice when Tank Bigsby's in there. For whatever reason, Saquon, this has been all season. He's not the same guy. And so to me, what you do to motivate him a little bit, you're not benching Saquon Barkley. Of course not. Oh, yeah, I'm going to play this guy about 8 to 10 carries. I'm telling you, there's a difference in mentality and how you smash it down people's throat. That's what you need right there. Like this guy here, like in a 4-minute situation, you got to go downhill, power run.
Yeah.
And look, I get it. You're right. That defense, they whipped them pretty good. Hey, look, don't feel like the Lone Ranger every single team. The last 3 weeks, this team has done absolutely nothing. In fact, Philadelphia's offense was sensational compared to the other 2 previous weeks.
But I do think for Dallas, like you do have to sit there and go, Quinnen Williams absolutely has changed the defensive front.
Huge addition.
Overshown speed shows up. Like, that was the thing that stood out from a defensive
perspective. How about his tackling in one-on-one? One-on-one space. I talked about that today.
Two plays to end the game. And then George Pickens. I think Pickens has absolutely played himself into the conversation for being the best receiver in football. I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. You can't cover him one-on-one. But the thing that I think has made George different this year is George's past has been one-on-one go route. He's become so much more better and more well-rounded with his routes, the way he seams, the way he sets, the way he goes and gets the ball downfield. I think he's played himself into the conversation of best receiver in football.
In the conversation.
Yeah.
In the conversation.
But Dan, I got to say this. I thought he was a 50-50 guy.
But that's what I'm saying.
No,
but more than that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's so much better than that.
This kid is so much better. And look, I killed Jerry Jones, the worst trade in the history for Micah Parsons.
Right.
This might be the best trade.
Yeah, as of going into this past week,
third-round pick.
They got him for a third-round pick as of this past weekend. Before the games of this weekend, it was shaping up to be the 77th pick in the draft. Now the guy is unbelievable. If you didn't see it yesterday on Sunday NFL Countdown, Randy Moss said if he had to pick one receiver in the league right now who most reminds him of himself, he said George Pickens. So I mean that's
you can see it.
It's about the highest praise that you could possibly get.
You can't play him one-on-one.
And just to sort of finish the topic of the Cowboys defense. No one is suggesting they're the 85 Bears.
No.
But what have we said all along? If they could just get to decent, then the offense is good enough. Are they now maybe approaching decent?
They have the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams, guys, like this is the future. Like when they did it, when they made all that draft capital, that type of trade, it's not going to get much better. So we better see it right now. Right. All right, but Quinnen Williams has absolutely dominated. Look, you think this was a good game? How about week 1 when he had 5 hits on the quarterback, 1.5 sacks, and 4 tackles? This kid has made a difference, all right? But at the same time, I'm not ready to anoint him just yet. We're going to see how they play these next 2 weeks, and then we'll be able to judge for ourselves.
I just think, you know better than me, I just think when you watch this defense on tape early on, there was nothing that stood out. Nothing. And I will say the past 2 weeks, I was reserved last week against the Raiders, but yesterday at least you saw violence, you saw physicality, you saw speed, you saw pursuit. That's different than what we saw the first 2 months.
Philadelphia was up 21-0 and didn't score again.
Yeah.
Now, totally. I know we can blame the Eagles' offense quite a bit.
And we will.
But that's fine. But the Cowboys' defense also had something to do with
100%.
We'll have a lot of time to break down this game as the morning continues. We'll save the Philly side of it in its totality for a little bit later. But if you were to put your finger, I'll start with you, Dan, and we'll go around.
Yeah.
Put your finger on the one. Look, that's a game that they cannot lose. I mean, you're beating your arch rival 21-0 with a chance to bury them in their own building and take total command. And it's not only, forget the division, which they'll probably win anyway, but you're holding off Green Bay in your rearview mirror and Detroit and the Rams and everybody else.
Rams.
What's the reason that they let them back in that game and ultimately lost?
Yeah, it's a total choke job. They were so one-dimensional on offense. The run game is so bad right now. Saquon Barkley has as many negative runs this season as Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Coming off of a historic season. They got one-dimensional, and their one-dimensional pass game leaves a lot to be desired. It's early on, I liked it. It was empty. It was quarterback run. They got the ball distributed, and then they became one-dimensional, and it was the reliance on my guy better than your guy, and they're just not good enough up front to do that.
D-Wood, when you watch the Eagles offense right now, we just mentioned it, Saquon Barkley, 22 yards rushing, doesn't seem to have any of that.
He had 5 yards before contact.
5 yards before contact is what you're saying. This is the historic season last year.
Right.
So the offensive line isn't blowing people away, and Saquon doesn't seem to have the same burst. And the passing numbers actually look reasonably good. Both receivers sort of had big days. What's the problem with the Eagles' offense?
I think they're elementary.
Amen.
They're elementary on offense. Some of the stuff, like just watch the Eagles' offense compared to like what the Rams do. It's like night and day.
Yeah.
The things that some of these other advanced offenses that you see around the league do as opposed to the Philadelphia Eagles. They're very static. They don't run a bunch of bunches and stacks, condensed splits, things that a lot of high-power offense that you see. The Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
You just look right across the field what the Dallas Cowboys are doing offensively. And listen, they can't just line up and just dominate people. They can't do that. Their offensive line is nowhere near what they were last year and previous years.
So we'll come back to this. I will come back to this game, but the Cowboys winning today sets up a meeting with who on Thursday?
The Kansas City Chiefs, who had their own furious comeback yesterday.
Roll the tape. We got Mahomes and the Chiefs hosting the Colts. Mahomes looking to avoid the first 3-game losing streak of his career. And Dan, it could not possibly have started worse. This is Kansas City's first drive, backed up in their own territory, and we got problems.
Yeah, this is a lot too. Just being aware of the situation. What does Kansas City love to do in 2x2? They love to run their RPO. He plays the pass element of it, gets that right hand up there, and it's a great start defensively for Indy.
And offensively, pretty easy here, Indiana Jones. You got Michael Pittman Jr. fresh off doing countdown cam Sunday morning.
Yeah, no wonder he got in the zone.
6-yard touchdown. Colts take a 7-0 lead. It's 7-3. Indiana Jones. Drew Ogletree back in the end zone. Look at the toe tap.
Yeah, but look at Daniel kind of progress through the concept. Starts to his left, finds to the right, big throw in the red zone.
Colts up 14-9 at the half. Fourth quarter, Chiefs down 11. Rex, you were begging for them to run the ball.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Kareem Hunt launching, and the Chiefs get within 5, and now here's the 2-point conversion.
I think it's one of the plays of the game. Both Rashee Rice and Patrick Mahomes see the coverage, which was a very different and unique one. The same way, massive conversion.
Down 3, season on the line, backed up deep, Rashee Rice.
This is what you're going to hear me say for the next 90 seconds. They started playing sideline to sideline and running away versus man coverage. It's the difference of the game. Rashee Rice on the crosser, Patrick finds him, huge play.
4th and 3, season on the line.
They got sideline to sideline, running away versus man coverage. Rashee Rice sets Mooney Ward, a little bit of a pick, huge conversion on 4th and 3 with the shallow cross.
3 seconds left, Harrison Butker chip shot, and 60 minutes were insufficient to settle the issue. We go to overtime. Colts took the ball, Rex, questionable decision.
Absolutely was.
With the new overtime rules, generally you want the ball second. They take it first. They go for their 4th consecutive 3-and-out. Jonathan Taylor finished with just 58 yards rushing. Chiefs get the ball. Any score wins. Xavier Worthy.
They got running sideline to sideline versus man coverage.
I love the broken record.
Story. Worthy on the crosser. Great job by Patrick to climb the pocket. Once again, you get running sideline to sideline. These meshes, these crosses, these deep cross routes. It was the difference in the second half.
Rashee Rice, 8 catches, 141 yards. Harrison Butker, 27 yards. And the theme of the day, wild comebacks to save seasons. Chiefs win it in overtime, 23-20. First one-score game they've won all season. In the fourth quarter in overtime, they outscore the Colts 14-0. They outgained the Colts 236 yards to 18. The Colts had 4 drives. They went 3-and-out on all 4 of them. Kansas City finally gets the win they needed. Here's Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in these games. You know, all 5 of our losses, I felt like these games where there was plays here and there that we didn't make, and we could have won all of them, and we didn't. And until you prove it, you can talk about it all day, but until you prove it, it's not going to happen. And so we were able to prove that we can win a game like this.
So the Chiefs finally come away with the win that they needed in order to set up a showdown with Dallas on Thursday that will about as sexy a game as the NFL could possibly have been begging
Those
for.
script writers, when they sat in the office in the spring and they concocted this scenario for Thanksgiving Day, we're going to have the Cowboys wipe out a 21-point lead. We're going to have the Chiefs wipe out a huge lead. And we're going to have them meet on Thanksgiving Day in Dallas. That was brilliant.
They saw it coming.
It's going to be the most watched regular season game ever.
It might be, and it probably should be. So many different ways to look at this game. I do want to give you credit, Rex. You went on TV yesterday morning on Sunday NFL Countdown, and you said this is the game that Andy Reid is going to run it. This is the game that Kareem Hunt is finally going to do it. They've been so hesitant, RPOs, all this stuff. They ran it effectively yesterday, and it changed a lot.
No, it absolutely did. And what happened? They controlled the game, especially what happened. You see all those things in the fourth quarter? Well, they're wore out. This guy carried the ball, Kareem Hunt, 15 times on first down alone. You know what that tells me? Andy Reid trying to win the game. And by the way, just because you fall behind doesn't mean you don't stop. You can't keep running the football. Right. Andy Reid knew it. They're trying to control the game, keep the other team's offense on the sideline. Exactly what they did. 15 rush attempts, 64 yards. They controlled the game. And really, it paid dividends in that fourth quarter.
And they're close to getting back Isaiah Pacheco, too, to add him into
I'm not sure that's that big a deal because I think Kareem Hunt's the guy. But to me, I look at it this way. It's hard to rush the passer when you're wore out. Time of possession, the Chiefs, 42.5.
No.
Oh, yeah. And then the Colts, 25. You want to see why you won the game? Because you controlled the time of possession to almost 2-1.
So you mean to tell me they took the quarterback, put him underneath the center, and ran the football?
Unbelievable. It's a new concept. When Andy Reid needs it in the playoffs, what's he do?
Yeah.
He runs the dang football. And so he knows the importance of it. Sometimes he just doesn't have to do it. But now, get this running game going. The other thing they did was, you got to give credit to Steve Spagnuolo. When they needed to stop the run, what'd he do? Timely run blitzes, things like that, and disrupted that running game.
And so the story of that side of the ball is the Chiefs' defense. D. Wood, I'm not going to put words. You're the one who said it this morning. What did they decide wasn't going to beat them, and what did they challenge the Colts to do?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they said Jonathan Taylor's not going to beat us. We're going to make Daniel Jones beat us. Can we put up A62, please?
He was calling for graphics.
Yeah, we can put up A62. It would pretty much paint the story of kind of like Jonathan Taylor, his splits between home and away. Look right here. Look at the difference with the Colts and Jonathan Taylor at home versus away. Plus 94 point differential at home, best in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor averages 137 yards at home. Look at it on away. Only 75 yards away. He's a different player away. And the Kansas City Chiefs said, you know what? We're going to sell out. We're going to stop you. We're going to stop Jonathan Taylor. Daniel Jones, you're going to have to beat us. And what happened in the fourth quarter in overtime? He was a no-show. He was on the back of a milk cart.
Yeah, and D. Wood, you know, as somebody that prides themselves in running the football, the hardest thing to do is to handle those run blitzes. And what I mean by that is they're attacking the line of scrimmage. They're not beating protections.
Right.
They're going to go gap 8. Every single gap is going to be attacked at the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did. They did it internally with linebackers penetrating, and then every now and then bringing guys off edges. And to me, that was the difference. That's what a great defensive coordinator does to running games, to disrupt the running games.
And then there's the Daniel Jones of it all. When the game was there to be won yesterday with the big lead, I posted after the game, the Daniel Jones questioners are going to be very loud this week.
Total crumble. Total collapse by Daniel Jones. Had multiple throws in money downs, critical moments on the road against Mahomes with the lead, and just didn't make it. Now, this is the 3rd and 1 that Chris Jones beats and Tranquil gets in there for the TFL in overtime. But if you go into the second quarter, it's 3rd and 1, there's 1:50 on the clock, and he just forces this football. They take a shot. I think this is a bad decision. They're up by 14 at that point. 3rd and 1, they just launch the ball into coverage instead of running the football. Daniel doesn't see the out route that's butt naked wide open up top at the sideline. All of a sudden it goes to 20-9 at halftime. The Chiefs get it. They kick the field goal. There's momentum, and then that game swings. Down in the red zone, Daniel Jones just missed some throws where, listen, he's had a great season. But the Pittsburgh game, when they couldn't run it, and then yesterday when they couldn't run it, it's just going to put a lot of doubt in people's heads of, I love the Colts. I want to trust the Colts. It feels like Daniel needs the run to play well, and there's other quarterbacks that don't.
On the road at Pittsburgh, on the road at Kansas City, and now take a look at the Colts' schedule.
Brutal.
Down the stretch, and they're not going to win. I don't think they're going to win enough games to be able to have a long, extended postseason run at home. They're going to have to win on the road in the postseason to get where they want to go.
If they even win the division, which at this point they're only 1 game up on Jacksonville and 2 games up on surging Houston.